When people who aren't aquarists look at an aquarium, they see beautiful fish, the colorful plants, and the breathtaking aquascape. A true aquarist knows that behind that beauty lies a world of depth. There are millions of untold stories inside each aquarium. A large part of the joy we derive from keeping aquariums is in watching these stories unfold. Each fish, shrimp, and snail has a story of its daily life, its struggles, its triumphs, and its defeats. Even our plants, moss, and interestingly enough, our algae have unique stories that can only be uncovered when we are attentive and patient enough to watch them unfold. Today we're going to explore the life of the neocaradina shrimp. Here we have a recently hatched shrimplet eating the thin layer of biofilm that grows on everything in the aquarium. As you can see, it's quite small, and as such, it needs to be careful. The rule in the fish world is that if it can fit in a fish's mouth, it is food. And right now, this shrimplet can fit into the mouth of every fish in the aquarium. It needs to be careful about sudden movements or it might spark the interest of a nearby predator. Luckily, this Corridora shows little interest. Feeding time brings with it a whole new set of challenges for the young shrimplet. Every evening, the fish are fed. After the food is added to the aquarium, the fish go into a feeding frenzy. Their excitement for food causes them to swim erratically, and their excited movements kick up detritus from the substrate. The problem for the shrimplet is being hit by the tail of one of the larger fish. One hit could easily stun or kill even a fully grown neocaradina shrimp. Even though the shrimp will eat algae and biofilm around the aquarium all day, they still won't hesitate to grab a high-protein bite of fish food. This clever little shrimp has managed to drag away a piece of food to safety. The feeding frenzy quickly fades as all the inhabitants have their fill. As with all living creatures, the final phase of digestion is defecation. The fish, having their bellies full, will poop as they swim. It lands wherever it may in the aquarium, and here some has landed on these rocks. The shrimp have voracious appetites, and even this fish poop still contains undigested bits of food, which serve as a quick dessert after dinner. As the lights start to fade for the day, we can see the substrate littered with tiny shrimp feces. Soon the shrimp will find cover within the foliage to spend the night. The plant leaves serve as protection from would-be opportunistic predators. Even as they find a quiet, safe place to rest, the shrimp are still busy eating. They spend most of their waking hours eating biofilm. Very little activity happens at night with the shrimp. They will stay sleeping more or less in the same area until the first lights of dawn break through the darkness of night. As the day breaks, new adventures await our little friend. But first, a little bite of breakfast. All this constant eating means these shrimp grow up quickly. Once a shrimp reaches maturity, we can start to spot the differences between females and males. The most distinguishing feature of females is what is known as the saddle, a diamond-shaped pattern on the back of fertile female shrimp. This diamond pattern is actually the shrimp's eggs visible through the exoskeleton. Here you can see a saddled female on the left and a male on the right. It's water change day. Every week, 50% of the water in the aquarium is taken out and replaced with new water. This helps to prevent minerals from building up in the water over time. But with these weekly water changes comes new dangers for the shrimp. Their curiosity leads them to explore the siphon hose. Sadly, sometimes they get sucked out with the water. It only takes 2.5 months for these shrimp to mature after hatching. Every 3 to 4 weeks, as their bodies grow, they need to molt their exoskeleton. You can sometimes find these molts littered around the aquarium. They are high in calcium and often end up being a tasty, nutritious snack for other shrimp. When females molt, they release a pheromone that attracts males to mate. The female will carry the fertilized eggs under her tail in what's called pleopods. She will regularly fan the eggs with fresh oxygenated water until the shrimplets are ready to hatch. She will carry her eggs for about 2 to 3 weeks before they hatch and start a whole new generation of adventures. Here you can see these eggs almost ready to hatch. You can tell because if you look close, you can see the tiny eyes of the shrimplets starting to form. Once hatched, these tiny shrimp are left to fend for themselves. But as we've seen, they do just fine all on their own. This has been but a tiny sliver of an endless story. One of countless others which can only be seen if we have the patience to witness them occur. There is great joy in discovering a previously untold story ongoing within an aquarium. As caretakers of these creatures, it's these endless small tales that bring us joy as time trickles by us all. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.